Joining us now with more, Trump supporter and Fox News contributor Governor Mike Huckabee and founding executive director of Georgetown's Institute of Politics and former traveling press secretary to Clinton's 2008 campaign, Mo Alithi. Great to see you both. So let me just ask you about that, Mo. I'm going to start with you first as the Democrat, whether you think Larry has it right that these Republicans are coming home and that the race is tightening, but it's not tightening so much that she's now losing.
Yeah, I think that is right. I think Trump had been struggling a little bit with Republicans. He wasn't hitting the proportion that past Republican nominees had gotten among Republican voters. That ship seems to be righting for him a little bit right now. But as we all know, that's not enough. And we haven't seen a collapse in Clinton support in any real way. We see Trump gaining ground. She's still doing very well in a lot of these states. I'm getting a little bit of whiplash these days just trying to keep up with all these state polls. And a lot of times we're getting 3 or 4 polls in the same state on the same day showing very different results.
Before I go to the governor, would you believe in these late polls? You know, I mean, so close to Election Day.
Yeah, here's the real challenge, and we saw this in 2012 with these late battleground state polls. It is hard for them to take into account the impact of the early voting that's going on. And
is that a significant factor? Should we be paying attention to that?
I think we do need to. And you look in a state like Florida, where just in the last 24 hours, we have seen a huge surge in the black early vote. We've seen a huge surge in Broward County, a huge Democratic stronghold in the state. That makes a huge difference in a race that's as tight as Florida is right now, and the polls may not be picking up on that.
Governor, do you think, I said on the air last night, she's so glad that the election is November 8th instead of December 8th? You know, it's like given the momentum that we're seeing here. But do you think, and what do you base it on, that Trump can get this done by November 8th? Because he doesn't have that extra month.
Megyn, he's going to get it done. I've said for months, and I believe it now more than ever, he's going to win the election. And part of what I base it on, look at the 2 candidates on the stump. He's the happy warrior. He's out there having fun. He's doing so many events a day, but he's having fun. Hillary is not having fun. I mean, the difference is this. You have Trump, who looks like the happy warrior. Hillary looks like the lady who didn't give anybody candy on Halloween, shut her door and turned her lights off. So your choice is the Trump or the Grump. And I'm telling you, Americans want to vote for somebody that looks like that they're going somewhere, not somebody who looks like they're sorry that they've been somewhere.
Well, okay, but
that's the difference.
The other thing we saw with Trump this week, or this yesterday, that I have to point out to you, he went after Marco Rubio and Christie, his surrogate, did for being a robot in the primary campaign. And we saw a moment of Donald Trump seeming a little programmed that she hit him on, where he was saying, what was it? Be steady, Donald. Stay calm, Donald. She reiterates it. Watch.
Now, he knows we can see and hear him, right? This is someone who at another rally yesterday actually said out loud to himself, "Stay on point, Donald. Stay on point." His campaign probably put that in the teleprompter. Stay on point, Donald. Stay on point. So is this someone we want to put in charge of our military?
Go ahead, Gov.
Donald Trump was making fun of himself. That's the indication of a guy who's out there having a good time. He's able to point fun at himself. Hillary, on the other hand, is under criminal investigation. No wonder she's nervous.
That would make you grumpy. What states are you going to be looking at, Governor? I mean, if you pick the top 3 that you are going to be focused on Tuesday night?
Certainly Florida, I think, but he's going to win Florida. The Panhandle will vote for Donald Trump 80% and help overcome some things on the I-4 corridor in South Florida. I think another state to watch is going to be North Carolina. Trump will win North Carolina, and I would give you a third one, Pennsylvania. Let me give you a little quick anecdote from North Carolina. A friend of mine was passing out voter guides at an early voting booth in North Carolina. People were lined up, and a Democrat was also passing out a Democrat version of a voter's guide, just where do the candidates stand on an issue. People were taking the Republican voting guide. Nobody was taking the Democrat guide. The Democrat worker came over to my friend who was running the Republican side and leaned over and said, "Gee, nobody is taking my voter guide," and I don't blame them. That was pretty powerful.
You better hope that's happening all over the country in every single state. Before I let you go, Mo, your top 3 states you're going to be watching on Tuesday.
I'm going to agree with the governor on 2 of them. I think North Carolina and Florida The later into the night those go, and I think they're going to go pretty late, you know, that could tell us a lot. I'm also looking out west at Nevada. There's very few scenarios right now where Donald Trump can win this without winning Nevada, and the Democratic turnout in Clark County, the home of Las Vegas, is coming in pretty high. So that could tell us a lot as well.
He's up 2. She was ahead. He's up 2 now, according to the latest polls in Nevada. Great to see you both.